So a few months ago, I sent in these cards to SGC and they were flat out rejected. Not enough information about the set. Wrote an article, reached out to the support team over there, and we finally got these music sets graded. So you guys got to check them out. This SGC reveal that includes some other really amazing cards like this Nap Lajoie, Neil Armstrong, and also Yuri, the first guy ever in space. Oh, and check out this 1971 Thurman Munson, way tougher than his normal tops. All right, let's check out this reveal. All right, before we get into this reveal, just want to give a big shout out to Sal for the love of the cards. He was on the live stream a few weeks ago for Cricket Cards. If you guys want to check out his channel, make sure to do so. Super knowledgeable. He actually sent me this card in the mail. The reason is I've had this card forever, but the problem is the copy I got was creased. So imagine someone sending in like a thick cardboard like this in PWE, got bent like this, and fortunately I had a really nice mint copy, but it has a huge crease right over here in the middle. It's pretty unfortunate. I told him about it, and he's like, I got an extra or got another copy for you. And I really appreciate it, man. So make sure you guys give him a subscribe. It was super nice of him to do that. So that out of the way, we have all these stacks. This is the stack I was alluding to, getting some of these brand new sets graded. Some stuff that was rejected in the past. We'll go show you guys that at the very end. We're going to start off with this one right over here. So up first, we have a Bing Crosby. This is 1951. Really good looking card, in my opinion. You guys can see the back over here as well. Super nice. We're just going to throw everything over here. We have a 2020 Topps Holiday Ronald Acuna. I think this is like a short print because of the wreath necklace. I'm obviously not an expert on modern cards, on modern baseball by any means like that, especially the last few years. But I do know that they have some different variations and different things like that within Topps Holiday. We got an Ozzy Albies. This is a 9 Bowman Chrome 2018. You guys see the rookie card logo over there. Got a Michael Harris III. This is like the 1953 design. So a lot easier to get higher grades in these because they're protected compared to the 53s. But that regards, looks really nice in the tux. Another Michael Harris 9.5 on this example over here. Sky blue refractor. I don't believe these are numbered. And they are not. So there's that one over there. Got a Houston Astro, a 10 of Drew Gilbert, numbered to 299. Screen, and the numbering is right over there. Don't know enough about prospects, but this is one I sent in. This is a 1963 Whitey Ford. This ended up getting a 6. Beautiful over here. You guys can see most of the time these are chipped really heavily. This copy is not little top to bottom centering, unfortunately, but still pretty clean for 1963 example. Another card I sent in, I knew this was going to get a 1. This is a T205 Zach Wheat. I was kind of worried that this was going to get an A because if you guys can kind of see right here, it looks like a little piece is missing. So I wasn't sure like if someone tried either trimming it or just disintegrated over time. But there is that. And it does have a little bit of paper loss on the back, but what makes this card special is it is a cycle back. Now cycle backs are a little bit of a premium in T205, not as much as a T206 set. Those are a lot more valuable, but still pretty cool example. And they do label the slabs as cycle cigarettes. For some, anytime I can find some off backs, don't mind picking them up on T205s, but don't spend a super amount of money. There's a few variations that people actually do prefer, and could go on topic talking about that for a little bit, but let's keep going into the stack. Another card I sent in. So this got authentic evidence of trimming. I think this was cut from a sheet later on. So technically it is trimmed, but I think it came directly from a sheet from pictures that I've seen online of a lot of these overprints. So this is a Lou Bordeaux Hall of Famer, and you guys can see how the overprint is here on the back. There's 2 different texts all over here, some of that on that side of things. But besides that, it does look pretty sharp of a card. I was like 50-50 if they were going to actually slab it or not, and they did. So I kind of wish they just said authentic overprint, but either way, kind of a cool card, and it will be available if you guys are interested in that. Even Abraham Lincoln W563. There's going to be another W563. I think we have a Teddy Roosevelt in here. The top of this was cut off. So these are strip cards. So obviously that is technically not trimmed. Kind of a gray area. But still presented pretty well. Decided to grab it. And this one is available. Another one of mine that I sent in. You have this Cobb, one that's in auction. I think it was called Brockelman Auctions, but very affordable Cobb right here. You guys can see multiple creases, color fade, but still it is a playing day Cobb. Another Bing Crosby. This is from 1937. Film stars. This is a Venezuela. Sandy Koufax. Much tougher cards to find than just the normal US Topps version. Now the front of this presents pretty well, in my opinion. It does have a little few creases. You guys can see that over here. But when you go over the back, it is clearly an album copy, which you will find with a lot of the Venezuela cards. So you don't really find that many high grade examples, but they are out there still. And I thought since the front presented well, I definitely had to go pick this up. Now, before we get into this Victor Trumper card, which is one of the best cricketers of all time, I want to let you guys know that we are accepting SGC subs. We are a group subber with them. Now, if you send 40 cards to us on average, you save $100 off of the SGC website. 40 cards also gets you one free sub and cards at $18 a cost. And we can drop off cards at most major card shows as well if I'm attending it, so that can save you shipping cost back. So this is a Victor Trumper. Got the two, and we actually sent in a few different Ogdens. If I do pick up some over in the UK, I will probably end up selling this one just because of upgrades. Otherwise, this can go on my Cricket PC until I can find a nicer copy. Lindbergh. I think this is a German card. Could be wrong, but pretty cool. We're actually going to put this card into the next stack over here. We'll talk about it a little bit later. Meant to put that there a little bit earlier. Next, another prospect from the Braves. Just not up to my research on the prospect side of things, but it looks pretty cool. Go, another prospect, or yeah, pro debut. This one is number 299. This is a Blue Wave. These are numbered to 150. Full on card autograph, 9.5 at 10. Rod Crew. I've had a few of his different rookie cards over time. This got an 8 grade, but 10 autograph. She signed it a little bit lower over here. But I do love Ginter. I'm so glad the Topps makes these every year, especially when you throw in all the different types of autographs and other cool stuff that they put in here, non-sports and different things like that. Strider, really, really good pitcher right now. 9.5 at 10. Topps Fire. I think they ended up cutting this brand, but super cheap one back in the past. But they have some kind of cool graphics. Michael Harris 3 again. Dual 10s. Leaf. And also Ben Joyce dual 10s, number to 499. Get into that next stack. 1924 Ogden's Thomas Edison, followed by Walter Hagen. I think it's the Masters this week. This is Sports Kings, which is kind of like a miscellaneous sports version of Gaudy. Same exact company, but best of the best. I was a little worried with this one. I thought it was going to get a lower grade because of the standing back over here, but the front presented really well, so I wanted to take a chance on it, and it worked out. The only reason why I got this one slabbed is it's actually easier to move, especially for the cost of grading, but this is a 1954 Bowman Willie Mays. You guys can see the huge crease like that. That was like what my old cricket card over here looked like after I got into the mail, but you guys can see that over there. Adley, it's got the 10. I think he had actually a pretty good opening day, but could be wrong. Gunnar Henderson, this got a 9. Michael Harris 3, this got a 9.5. Grissom 9.5. Michael Harris 10, 9.5, 9.5, 10, 10, and 10. The triple 10s on these over here, always really good to see. And these were part of the special, $9 each to grade these cards, which is a really good deal in my opinion. So congrats on all of those 10s. 10 at 9.5, Michael Harris. Autograph on this one, numbered it to 99. Kind of blended in at first with the background. Holiday, 8.5 on this Ronald Acuna. 10 and 9, another early prospect card. Grissom 9.5/10 with an autograph. Then we have a MJ Melendez 10/10 on that. I don't know if this one's numbered or not. It is numbered to 3/10. So pretty cool right there. And then we have this Bryce Elder Real One autograph 10 and 9. Get into some pre-war non-sports over here. So first we have a Taft. These are from 1932, and good. We have another example over here. So there's 3 different colors that you could get in the set. There's red, there's orange, and there's also blue. Blue is the toughest. This is a customer's the FDR 2.5. Really, really nice looking card. Does have a little bit of like staining / paper loss on the back, which kind of stopped it from a really, really high grade. This also is the first FDR card, so this is a really good one to get in a blue. I do have a red, I think, in a 2 or something like that, but I eventually want to get a blue in my PC. But he's building the set, the blues. If you have any blues, hit me up. I'll link you with them, so that way you can finish that set build, and then you guys can see the Taft. Also, except for like that super short print in that set, it's an impossible one to find. The Yaz 1971. I was hoping this got a 7.5 or an 8 when I bought it, but it got a 7, so not the end of the world. I just thought this was a super, super clean copy. You guys can see how nice this one looks. Beautiful. We got the Wander Franco in a 9. Eddie Matthews 1.5. Sam got the 5 from 1951. 1952 got a 4. 3 on this Decal Edge Clemente, and then Judy Garland got a 5. Our last stack before we get into these over here. First we have Alexander Vargas. This got an authentic min size. Don't really see that often with modern cards. Must be short. Kind of bummer on that, but it does happen. 1962 Banks. This one got a 4. Duke Ellington, one of the most famous musicians in the 1930s. It's got a 6. Really great copy. I think in my own PC I have like a 5 or 6. Don't know for sure. But this is a customer's card over here. Mozart 4.5. Fortunately, that one spot right over here I think stopped it from a higher grade, but still looked really nice. Lajoie, ended up picking this one up. It's got a 1, but I knew that with all this different paper loss on the back. But beautiful, beautiful presentation on the front. Eddie Matthews, this got a 6. This was the Teddy that I was talking to you guys about. It's got a 2. Doesn't have as much color as that Aba Lincoln. Good looking too. Other blues, Grover and Woodrow Wilson. I ended up selling that to my customer. Really, really nice for a set. Again, if you do have them, let me know. James Monroe also sold this one as well. Probably going to end up selling these Jack Dempseys. I was like 50-50 if I was going to keep them or not. I know they're both ones. They're exhibits. They're cool over here. So this was obviously pasted in an album. And then the back is blank on this. So 2 of those, 20 and 1921. Took a fly on this one at the Philly show. I didn't know where it was in grade. I thought I was going to get a 2 because it's kind of miscut over here. Although presentation-wise, this looks really, really nice. So ended up getting a 3. I think if this thing was centered, this is 5+ all day long. But still really, really tough Thurman Munson card to find early in his career too. And you can see named AL Rookie of the Year, card number 1. Now what you guys were probably waiting for, what is in this stack. So let's take a look at it. So first, this was not graded. This is actually cut at the bottom, which does happen a lot with, I wouldn't say a lot, but it does happen with some pre-war cards. I've seen this happen as well with other Allen Ginters. But this is a Mark Twain, and this got the new. So whatever happens. Took a fly on it, 50-50 if it was going to get graded or not, and it did not get graded. Next, we have a Joe Gans. This got a 2. Has a huge crease over here towards his face. Knew that, expected that getting in. These are really, really tough. These are Comedics. So technically rookie cards of Armstrong and also Buzz Aldrin.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
which ended up becoming Buzz Lightyear. So really, really cool cards. And these are the nicest ones that I've personally seen. I'm sure there's better examples out there. And if I do find a nicer copy, I'll end up upgrading. But until then, these are both in my collection. So Yuri was the first guy ever in space, and then Shepard was number 2. I saw these cards on a niche website, and I had to buy them because I didn't know if I was going to see them again. Also, just to kind of laugh, like, look how long this set name is. I've never seen a set name that long as well. But you might be wondering, like, how are these ones? Like, these look extremely nice. Yeah, they are extremely nice. I thought they would have graded a little bit higher, but they're kind of like Propaganda's Montiel. They're super, super thin cards, and they have creases all throughout them. Just kind of how they are. And, like, you're not going to find them again. So, either way, I wanted them to be protected by getting slabbed. And these are the first ones ever graded in the set. Always try to get some of my graces slabbed up. So we got a 5, and we also got a 3, 2 different versions on these over here. And again, if I can upgrade these overseas, awesome. If not, these are in my Cricket collection. So 5 and also a 3. Jimmy Fox, this was a pickup from the Philly Card Show. It's got a 2, which I expected, like 2.5. Cass Michaels, which we're like, why would you get this one graded? Well, check this out. We actually have Roy Campanella here on the back. And I figured, at the time, I thought I was going to actually PC these. They aren't as rare as I thought, and I'll end up selling this one. So if you are interested in the Campanella, let me know. Campanella Michaels, I should say, because you have both of them on here on that side of things. But kind of cool. You guys can see double printed. Overprint, I should say, on that one. Bobby Witt, followed by the 2 cards. So, all right, story time. Sent these in a long time ago, and both of these cards were, I shouldn't say both. I just sent the Foo Fighters only, and this card came back as a no. And the Foo Fighters rookie, do not grade. It's kind of a shame. Like, I really want to get these cards slabbed up. So some backstories on these, and these were actually distributed at Coachella. I don't know if you could buy a full set or they gave you a full set. Everyone on here has cards like the headliners. So the Strokes have a rookie card in there as well. Queens of the Stone Age. So some really, really cool stuff, at least on the rock side of things. So I actually talked to my source where I actually found these cards from, and I found out how these were distributed. So like I said, they were distributed just kind of as like promos for Coachella after the festivals. A lot of these were on tables, and like most things, like people aren't going to keep these. So there's not many that are in high grade at all. Most of them are kind of destroyed or completely gone. People throw them on the ground or not even take them. And who is going to keep these type of cards? Also, what's kind of cool with the set is the bands down over here at the bottom have a lot less cards produced than the headliners. So like Oasis would probably have one of the most cards out there in comparison to someone like Foo Fighters or on day one, Queens of the Stone Age, because they're actually quite low, although they're a headliner today. So ended up writing a full article to get these cards graded, and we got through the SGC system and approved it based off of the research that was done over there. And I'm still trying to do that with a lot of other sets too. One I'm working on right now is 1992 Jenkies that features a super early or also a rookie card of Nirvana and also the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And why I say it could feature is you don't know. There's always earlier stuff being discovered. So at the moment, this is the first Foo Fighter card and also Queens of the Stone Age from 2002. And 2 bands that I listen to all the time. And these are really, really cool. Part of my music PC. And also, one last piece of trivia. Dave Grohl was the drummer of Queens of the Stone Age in 2002 when they had one of their best albums ever, Songs for the Deaf. And I love that album. Listen to it every month. Hope you guys enjoyed this SGC reveal. If you do have cards to send in, either click the link down below in the description or shoot me a message on Twitter or Instagram, and we will get your cards graded. I will see you in the next video.